another live Q&A. My name is Larry Jimu. I am the founder and CEO of Melsoft Academy. We host these live streams every single Wednesday, and it's simply a Q&A session where I get to answer every single question that you guys have, either Melsoft related questions or tech related questions. So I will not leave any single question unanswered. I will answer every single question, and I'm gonna set a timer here of 45 minutes, and after that we will call it a day. Okay. So let's get the first question. Anyone with a question related to IT or software development or careers, if you need some career advice, any sort of thing like that. This is from Hella Badid. I heard that React.js developers have to learn Python and vice versa. The answer to that is absolutely not true. That is not the case. If you're a React developer, you need to know JavaScript. You don't need to know you don't need to know Python. React.js developer, all you need to know is JavaScript, and you have to be really good at it. Else, you might not understand things like components and state management and stuff like that. So you don't need Python. Do I recommend people learn Python? Yes, please learn Python. It's a very high demand language with um, a lot of use cases in Python. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just looking for my satchel. I need to get some Vaseline here. Okay. Next question. Um, Question from Lee Hacks. Please help. I'm so new in tech, but I would like to know coding. How do I start? Okay, so if you are new to coding and you don't know where to start, my recommendation would be to look at your skills. What are you good at? What do you like to do? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Go and type that into Chat GPT. Just tell it, hey, I'm new to tech. I don't know which field to take. Here are my strengths, here are my weaknesses. Because for some of you guys, maybe you're good at maths, Lee. Maybe you're good at maths, maybe you're good at writing, maybe you're good at managing people. You've got different strengths. So find out what's your strength, find out what your weaknesses are, and then tailor make your career based on your strengths and weaknesses. Tech has room for everyone. Okay. Don't let anyone lie to you or discourage you or anything like that. The tech field definitely has room for everyone, um, depending on your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay. Molly, do you think the cyber market will grow with AI? The answer is a resounding yes. The cybersecurity market will definitely grow with AI. And why am I saying this? What's my reasoning? The more AI gets sophisticated and the more AI gets really like actually doing workflows and stuff, there'll be a lot more people out there that are using AI for bad. There are a lot more people that will be trying to hack bank accounts using scripts, and it's already happening right now. And the more AI advances, I can only just foresee cybercrime also increasing because there'll be a lot of bad people using AI for bad. So if you want to secure yourself, if you want to make sure that you are not at risk, you'll need a cybersecurity expert, especially if you're a business owner. So cybersecurity is really, really on the rise, and we are seeing it even on in our own internal data at Melsoft. A lot more interest in cybersecurity is beginning to pick up, much more than we had last year, and the demand for cybersecurity is only going to keep going higher and higher and higher. LJ, what kinds of projects should I do to get a job in automation? It's very difficult. I'm not going to say it's impossible. to get a job in automation, it's quite difficult because automation is more of a skill that you use to improve your existing organization systems. Um, so it will be difficult for you to say, I am an automation engineer, um, hire me, right? I mean, I'm just giving you from my own knowledge. I think you'll get more success as a freelancer in automation if you want to make more money. I think you'll get more success as a freelancer. So you get people, you do their automations for them for their businesses. Find automations like chatbots or customer service chatbots and stuff like that, and help them to get jobs. I mean, help them improve their internal systems. Then a company will pay you. So if I was learning automation, I wouldn't use it to get a job. I would either use it to improve the job I already have or start my own company, my own automation agency. That's the direction where I'll go. Okay. Question from LinkedIn from Junior Motsoko. How do I get recruiters to flood my LinkedIn? This is a very good question. I assume you guys want jobs. You too, Junior. So your goal is to get a job. How do you get recruiters to flood your LinkedIn? The best way is to create content on LinkedIn. It's a well known or maybe not so well known fact that 99% of people on LinkedIn don't create content. 99% of people on LinkedIn do not create content. So if you start creating content, you move from being someone that's just there on LinkedIn, you move away from someone that's always reaching out and applying to jobs and doing stuff like that, and you start becoming someone where recruiters actually come to you, because every time they open their app, they see you, they now know you. And if you optimize your profile well, if you've got your skills, you've got your projects, you've got your portfolio, your profile is well optimized, then more and more recruiters will reach out to you. We have a LinkedIn masterclass in the Melsoft circle. All you need to do is just DM me the word Melsoft circle, and you'll get a link to try out that course. It's a free LinkedIn masterclass where you can learn how to set up a LinkedIn profile, how to reach out to people, how to get yourself a job on LinkedIn. It's possible, guys. I did a video the other day talking about if I was looking for a job, I wouldn't apply on LinkedIn. But obviously, because it was a clip, it was taken out of context, and people thought I'm saying don't use LinkedIn to get a job. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a LinkedIn course. My point was there are other ways to get a job, but LinkedIn, amazing platform. And we are currently hiring for an admissions consultant, and we posted that job on LinkedIn. So yeah, Junior, that's exactly what I'll do. Okay. I'm here to answer every single question that comes through. Welcome, Anna. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you, Paul, for that answer. Luyanda, how much is Melsoft per month? So Melsoft has a wide range of products. Um, so we have three different products at Melsoft Academy. Three. We've got three. The first one is called Melsoft Circle. So Melsoft Circle has just launched literally this week. We just rolled it out, and it's made for those that don't know exactly what they want to do. And it's got a bunch of different courses. It's got AI, cybersecurity, um, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. Those are the courses that are there. And it's made for those that are just starting out. Like, you don't know anything, you're just looking to get started in tech and you don't want to invest. So that one is going for $9 a month, which translates to about 150, 160 Rand a month with a 7-day free trial. So that's where you start. You start with Melsoft Circle if you're not 100% sure, you just want to test, and you don't even know if you're ready to invest in Melsoft, right? So that's the first package that we have, or the first program. Then if you're someone that has an IT degree, or you have a law degree, or you have an accounting degree, you already have a degree, you have a solid educational foundation, and what you're looking for is a fast tracked way to get into tech, then you should check out our boot camps, which are 6 months long. So our boot camps are made for people with degrees or professional experience. They are quite intense. They're 6 months, and the price for them ranges from between 2,000 to 6,000 per month, or you can pay once off and get a discount. And then our third programs are what we call our accredited programs. So these are your SAQA QCTO level 5 programs that are made for absolute beginners. If, let's say, now you have done the circle, you've done some of the courses in there, and now you're convinced, okay, I want to be a software engineer, or I want to be a cybersecurity analyst, but I'm a complete beginner, then you take one of our accredited programs, which will take you from beginner to job ready in 12 months. And then you also get your CompTIA certificates, your Cisco certificates, your AWS certificates, as well as your accredited SAQA NQF level 5 certificate. So those are the different packages that we have. And for the accredited programs, you're also looking at between 3 to 6,000 a month over a 12-month period or a 24-month period. And we have custom payment plans because we understand that people are different, people have different circumstances and stuff like that. So if you have any sort of a payment plan that you want to suggest, we're very much open. All you need to do is just apply. You can use the link on my bio, apply to join Melsoft Academy. And the great thing about the boot camps and the accredited programs is that they both come with a guaranteed internship. A guaranteed internship. Because our goal at Melsoft is to get you guys jobs. That's our goal. Our goal is to make sure that anyone or everyone who comes through Melsoft changes their life by getting employed, by getting a job. So, Leanda, I hope that answers your question. Okay. This is from Hottest Trends on YouTube. Hi, please advise me. I'm currently in a restart program. Is there a course that you would recommend that is offered at Melsoft Academy? So, if you are in some sort of a program, let's say you're just starting out, I would recommend anyone who is starting out start with software development. Let me tell you why I recommend software development for anyone, whether you want to be in cyber or you want to be in AI, you want to be in data, whatever field that you want. Let me say why software development is the best place to start. The reason is software development creates the foundation that you need because you learn networks, you learn computer systems, you learn programming languages. And as you learn programming languages, you learn security, you learn deployment, you learn front end, you learn back end. You really learn a lot of things when you do software development. So, my recommendation for anyone who's starting is start with software development. It really is such a broad skill that is a lot that you can learn in one skill. So that's my recommendation. And obviously, learn at Melsoft Academy. Don't learn anywhere else because Melsoft definitely is the best place to learn. Okay, Bimto says, I've covered HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. What's next so that I can confidently say I am a front end dev? The next step for you would be to learn a framework. Well done on really learning the fundamentals. You have to be so good and comfortable at JavaScript for you to move on to the next stage. So my recommendation would be learn a framework, either Angular or my personal favorite React or Vue.js. Learn a framework and build projects using a framework. My recommendation will still be React. and then you can start applying for jobs because then you're now a proper front end engineer. So that's what I would recommend for you, Bimto. Uh, okay, innocent man, can you talk about data analysis, please? So I did a video on the difference between data science and data analytics, and basically it's in demand, right? They're both in demand. Analytics and science, they're both in demand. They're both great career paths. They're great. Like, you can't go wrong if you do data analytics. You can't go wrong. Um, Especially here in South Africa, where not many people are getting into the field. So maybe give me a more direct question, innocent, and then I'll be able to give you a much better custom answer. Okay, Carlos, I'm doing a higher certificate in cybersecurity at Eduvos. Any advice on how I can go about after graduation? Okay, that's a very good question. So you're doing higher certificate in cybersecurity. After that, I would recommend you to get some professional certificates, right? Higher certificate is good. It's a great start. It gives you a solid foundation. Cotton cool candy. So I'm also going to talk about cybersecurity now. Um, Higher certificate is a good foundation. It's a good start. You are already in. You're in the game. But in cybersecurity, certifications carry weight. This is the truth about the cyber industry. Certifications carry weight because cybersecurity is a highly theoretical field. As much as it's practical, it's theoretical. It's like 50-50. You need to know the theory. You need to know what is a network, what is a pen test, how do I identify this, how do I identify that. It's very, very theoretical. So the best way to prove that you're great theoretically is through doing certifications. Which ones do I recommend? CompTIA, Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus. These two are made for beginners. They are very simple, they're very basic, and they are internationally recognized. Then after that, you can now start stacking up your portfolio with projects. You can use a website called hackthebox.com, very popular website, or tryhackme.com, another very popular website. Go there, start learning about cybersecurity, do projects, do um, hacking projects, and stuff like that. Then you can now start applying for jobs once you've got some experience. So that's what I will do. Again, the best place to do this is at Melsoft Academy. So let me tell you about the Melsoft Academy cybersecurity program for those that are interested. So the accredited Melsoft Academy program starts you off with an NQF 5 certificate. So it's slightly higher than the higher certificate, and it gives you the foundation in an NQF 5 environment. Then after that, you do your CompTIA Security Plus, your CompTIA Network Plus, and then you do your practicals and your tutorials on TryAcme. Then we help you with an internship placement. In cybersecurity, one of the hardest things is to get your first opportunity. Not in cybersecurity alone, in tech in general. The hardest thing that you'll have to do is to get your first opportunity, because I'm sure you guys know there are a lot of these online courses, there are a lot of boot camps, there are free courses. So the industry now has a lot of junior talent. They have a lot of people that have just done a course somewhere and now they want to learn. I mean, they want a job. So the hardest thing you'll ever do in tech is to get your first opportunity, which is why Melsoft Academy does that work for you. We literally help you. We hold your hand. We take you to this employer. You do an interview there. If you fail, it's fine. You come back. We hold your hand again. We take you to another employer until you're hired, until you're at least an intern. Then we leave you. And as we leave you, we're still catching up with you. We're still keeping tabs, finding out how you're doing. Do you like that internship? If not, that's fine. Come back. We're gonna look for another internship or a full-time role. Literally, we have students that we placed 2 years ago that still come back and say, "Hey, Larry, what's happening? Are there any opportunities at Melsoft? I know you guys placed me, but I now have more experience. Do you think I can get something better? And then we help them get something better. So when you join Melsoft, it's not a once-off thing. It's not a kind of a school where you just come in, you do your course, you do your project, at the end you graduate, then we throw you away. Our work actually begins when you finish, because now we want to see you grow. We want to see you keep growing. The more you grow out there, then you can come back and help out the other juniors at Melsoft. So the best way to get into cybersecurity definitely is through Melsoft Academy. Guys, I have 45 new messages, and I don't know how. I think I'm gonna start uh, answering quickly. I'm gonna start answering quickly to try and get to every single message. Okay. All right. So I hope I answered you. Deep coding. How will AI be used in mobile app development? AI already is being used. If you look at Cursor, Cursor is the best AI when it comes to being a coding assistant. So it's already being used there. Then you've got DeepSync, which tests code as it's being written. It's being used there. Then you've got Lovable that you can literally prompt it to give you mobile app screens or web app screens. AI is being used there. So if you're in mobile app dev or you're in software dev, you're in cyber, in whatever field you're in, make sure that you're abusing AI. There's no future without AI. Okay. I use LinkedIn to headhunt. That's true. So Sider is telling you that if he's looking for people, he looks for them on LinkedIn. Digital Next Code, it's been long since applying for jobs, especially as a self-taught. As a self-taught, it's a little bit harder. Again, what you need to focus on there mostly is your portfolio. Have a great portfolio. And having a great portfolio is not about just having a large number of projects. Quality is more important on a portfolio. You can just have 3 projects or just 4 projects only, but they all have a great front end, great design, great back end. The code is well commented, it's presented in a nice way, and you're winning. And the most important thing about a portfolio is building something that's real, building something that companies actually use. If on your portfolio you say I did for this company and I achieved results for this company, it carries a lot more weight than someone who only has internal products or you know play products. So work on your portfolio. You Things will be a lot more better for you. Mr. Unusual, is cloud architect difficult? Of course it's difficult. This is tech. This is IT, my friend. This is IT. There's nothing easy. Nothing is easy. Why is it difficult? Well, that's why IT professionals are highly paid, guys. That's why people in tech get the big salaries. That's why 8 out of 10 of the world's richest people are in tech. It's difficult. So make sure that if you are going to get into IT, make sure that you're passionate about it. Don't get into tech just because there's money, just because you want to make a lot of money. No, it's not that sort of an industry. If you're just looking for money, there are other ways to make money quickly. There are other ways, not tech. So, yes, it is difficult, but is it worth it? Absolutely. Some of the highest paid people are called DevOps engineers. DevOps engineers are developers that understand the operation side of business and they work primarily on the cloud. So you'll make a lot of money. It's difficult, but if you learn in a great place, you will make a lot of money for sure. Innocent man, is it safe to study data analytics? Will I get a job? Yes, you will get a job. Data analytics, it's safe. Let me explain why data is safe. Companies are collecting data like no man's business. Right now, on this live stream that we're on, data is being collected. TikTok is saying there are 78 people that are on this live stream. It's calculating on average how long is someone staying on this live stream. It's calculating on average how many comments am I getting, at which parts in the live stream did I get the most likes, at which part in the live stream did many people leave. It's collecting all these points of information and then it just stores them. It just stores them. So you now, as a data analyst, you will now go and look uh, at that data and that information and start making predictions or decisions and say, Larry, people are leaving your live stream when you start talking about this. So maybe next time, don't talk about that. Or more people are liking when you're talking about this. Maybe you should now start talking more about that. And then I improve, I do what you're telling me. Next time we have more data. So it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing process where you're collecting data, you're learning from it, you improve the business's operations, and then you go. Especially now with AI and Chat GPT, your job as a data analyst will be the easiest. In fact, I would challenge you to open a data analytics company. You will make serious amounts of money. I'm telling you. So, yeah, definitely data analyst, high demand. Queen Bay, how much is the Cisco certificate? Cisco certificates are free on netacad.com. You can do them completely for free. The paid ones are the CompTIA, where they recently hiked their prices, and a lot of people were very angry about that. Now these certificates are like 5,000, 6,000 Rand. But of course, if you do it at Melsoft Academy, because we are a CompTIA partner, you will get 50% of your CompTIA exams. But Cisco is free. Cisco is free. Guys, I love Melsoft Academy. I even have a cup. Okay. Asa Nkosi, what's up, Asa? Long time no chat, my friend. Are the online course online classes? Yes. Everything at Melsoft is online. Melsoft Circle for just 200 Rand a month is online. Um, boot camps are 100% online. Accredited programs are online. However, there will be a need for you to come and write exams in Joburg, either in Rosebank at our campus or in Midrand at our partners campus. So you can do everything online. Yeah. Um, okay, I answered that. Lynn said I sent in my application. Thank you, Lynn. I'll just make sure that someone reaches out to you ASAP. Okay. Cybersecurity, how much? I already went through the prices for the cybersecurity. So you can either do it on Melsoft Circle, which is the introduction to cyber, where you learn cybersecurity by building a network and hacking into a network. And that is only 200 Rand a month. Then you move on to boot camps or accredited programs where we now really go in depth in 6 to 12 months to get your job ready. And the price for that can be between 3K up to 6, 7K per month, depending on your payment options. And the best thing about Melsalt is that we offer custom payment plans. Custom payment plans. Um, yeah, custom payment plan. So you can have any sort of a payment plan as long as it still makes sense. We will give you that. So yeah. How will AI be used in mobile app development? Deep coding, I definitely answered that. Um, what's the salary range for junior developer? That's a very good question from Spare. Be Spare. What is the salary range for a junior developer full stack? Great question. Okay. I'm going to do this in years of experience, right? And then I'm also going to do based on your education because, like most things in life, it really does depend. So, if you are a university graduate who has a degree, you have a degree in IT, your starting salary should be between 15 to 25,000. Anything less than that, maybe don't accept it. because you have a lot of options. If you've got an IT degree, 15 to 25K, then maybe after a year or two of experience, you can get between 25 to 30, 30 to 35,000 a month as a junior, right? This is at your corporates or your big dev houses like Intellect and stuff like that. Then we have bootcamp graduates or self-taught or people that didn't go to university, right? Your first year, my friend, the truth is that it's gonna suck. It's not gonna be great. You'll be earning between 8 to 15K if you don't have any experience and you're coming from a boot camp or you're coming from self-taught. 8 to 15K because you don't have credibility. You have to prove yourself more. Then after a year or two, your salary will then match the salary of the university graduates. So the key thing in having a high salary as a junior developer, if you want to get paid the most, is to just be undeniably good at what you do. Just be the best at solving problems in your company. Just be the best. Just constantly be improving, constantly be learning. Tech is a field where the skills you learn today in 3, 4 years, they could be obsolete. So there are two types of people in tech. That those that are always learning, always improving, always getting better, always making more money. And then there are those that just get in, they get a job, they become comfortable, they stop learning, they stop adapting, and they die. So that is the salary range. Pear says, I'm a full stack developer with multiple complex projects. Help. Please drop me a DM. Let's see what you have. I am not promising anything, but just drop me a DM. Let's see what you've got. Um, Bimto, how is the process of joining your school? I'm in Malawi. So if you want to join Melsoft Academy and you're in Malawi, we definitely do have a lot of international students. The best way would be for you to apply using the link on my bio. Unfortunately, if you don't have a South African student visa, we can only accept you on Melsoft Circle or the boot camps. We can't accept you on the accredited programs because you do need to have a student visa. So, yeah. What are the requirements to apply for coding from Joy? The requirements to apply the for the Melsoft Circle, there are no requirements. Literally, it's a community where we as techies that love God, keyword that love God, we join the circle. We just learn some courses there, some webinars. So there are no requirements for that. But if you want to get into boot camps or accredited programs where you learn with us for 6 to 12 months with a guaranteed internship, then the requirement there is at least grade 12. You need to have grade 12 or metric or A level. And then you also need your own laptop and your own internet connection. So those are the requirements. Okay. Asking questions. There are so many. I'm having to slightly scroll. If I miss your question, please just drop it down again and I'll make sure to answer. Kevin says there's mobile, web, AI, blockchain. How does someone even start and be job ready? Firstly, you have to really know what you want. And the best way for you to know what you want is to try everything, try it all out. Do a little bit of mobile, do a bit of web, do a bit of AI, do a bit of blockchain, and then be like, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. So there are many ways you can do that. You can do it through us at Mouse Circle. We have most of those courses available, little bite-sized, just brief intros, or you can do it on YouTube. You can just go on YouTube, look for different courses. You can go on Udemy if you've got a bit of a budget. You pay, so you spend 1 month, learn all these different technologies, then pick the one that you like the most, and you specialize on that. You don't move away from that. Then you will become job ready. So yeah. Tokozisi, what's your take on someone doing data science in higher education as a lecturer? Are there any projects? There are a lot of projects. I know a lot of companies that have this accreditation, this data science accreditation, and they're looking for facilitators and stuff like that. So yeah, it's you should definitely be getting a lot of work in this field if you're a lecturer. Savera, is an ICT degree a good degree? Yes, 100%. It's one of the best degrees ever, especially if you do it through the top five. I named five universities last time. I'm going to name them again: UCT, UJ, VETS, UP, Stellenbosch. Those five. Unless I'm forgetting, I don't know, maybe UNISA is also a good one. But those six, if you do at those six, ICT degree is a very, very good, especially if you do it through UCT. Like, if you do your ICT degree through UCT, your doors are just open, 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 open. It's definitely a good degree. Try and back up your degree with practical skills, with projects. Yeah, then you're in a good spot. Okay, Priscilla asks, I just wanted to know when studying your courses, what kind of laptop do I need? How many screens? One screen is enough. And try and get yourself a laptop with at least 8 gigs of RAM. The reason I recommend 8 gigs of RAM is because you will be installing a lot of software, either your VS Code, your Docker. There are a lot of software that you'll need to install on your machine. So you need something that has a little bit of power. So 8 gigs of RAM, maybe a Core i5 or a Core i7. If you have the budget, I would always recommend a MacBook Pro, or even the new MacBook Airs with M4 chips or M3 chips. They're also very good. So yeah, those are the kinds of laptops that I would recommend. Okay. How can I learn Cisco for free? Just go on netacad.com, 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 and you can start learning with Cisco for free. Twaki says, my daughter has a degree in IT. She should be flying, right? Um, Geraldine asks, is it true that you offer jobs after learning? The answer is, I don't know. We offer internships. We offer internships. So internships can turn into jobs, and they normally do. But we give you an internship. We can't guarantee that a company will employ you full time. We can guarantee you that we will get you in to a company where you'll walk in, you'll have a desk, you have a laptop, you start working as an intern. That we can guarantee. Whether that internship turns into a job now depends on you. It now depends on you. Were you coming to work on time? Were you being respectful? Were you doing your work well? That all depends on you. So offering a job, no, we don't guarantee you a job. Offering an internship, 100%, we get you in the door. We get your foot in the door through internships. So I hope that answers you, Geraldine. Priscilla asks, if I want to do 12 months accredited, will the 6 months count, or do I have to complete the 12 months? You have to complete in 12 months. The accredited program is structured in a way where before you even start, or the day you start, you already have your year mapped out for you by the QCTO. You already have your year mapped out. We already know by which dates we need you to submit your assignments and stuff like that. So initially we tried to do it in 6 months, but if you want the full NQF accredited certificate, you have to do it in 1 year. There's no other way around it. So yeah, but it really is a great investment. It really, really is, especially if you're a beginner. Like if you're a beginner, 6 months is not enough. As much as we have had success stories in the past of people that came with no experience and in 4 5 months 6 months they got a job, or they got an internship. We have seen now, thanks to a lot of data and studying, that the most sustainable way to get into tech, if you're a beginner, it's gonna take you at most 12 months if you're serious, if you're committed. So yeah. Loyanda, do you think AI can totally take over jobs for data analyst? I was using ChatGPT the other day, and I'm not a data analyst, and I was putting in some of my data onto ChatGPT, and I was getting some really really good responses where I was like, huh, will I need a data analyst in the future? So the more I used it, the more I realized, okay, wait a minute, I do need a data analyst, because the truth is that most people like me or someone else, we won't even know what to search. We won't even know the right parameters. We won't know how to clean up data. We won't know how to organize that data. So do I think AI can totally take over jobs for data? The answer is an absolute no. No, 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 no. If you're in data analytics, and you use AI, you will be a lot more effective. You'll be able to work on more projects. You'll be able to do a lot more because you're using AI. That AI will not replace you. And for data analysts, I've already said this earlier on in this live stream. I would recommend you to start your own business. If you're getting into data, my recommendation is for you to start your own business, because most companies don't even know that they need a data analyst. So they won't even have the job ad. They won't even advertise it, because they don't know they need a data analyst. They don't know they need you. So start your own business, start doing work for these companies, rock up to them and say, "Hey, show me some of your data and I'll show you some insights, you know." Then work with them as a freelancer. You have 2 3 4 5 different clients. I think the opportunity to be a data analyst entrepreneur is massive. So yeah, that's my recommendation. If you're getting into data, be an entrepreneur. Go all out. You really will make a ton of money as an entrepreneur, more than an employee in data. Okay. Another question from Hottest Trends on YouTube. Is Melsoft fully online, or is there a campus? Can I apply in September? Great question. So Melsoft is fully online, but if you do want to come through to the campus, we do have a campus in Rosebank. Some of you guys have been here, have been there. If you want to pay us a visit, please feel free to come through next week on the 18th of July. We'll have a mini open day. Anyone is invited. Just come through, see the students, see the staff, see the office. It's at 173 Oxford Road in Rosebank at WeWork. In Oxford Road, there's that building that says WeWork at the top, in Rosebank Mall. That's where we are. You can come through. Please come through next week, Friday on the 18th, and you'll meet me in person. I'll be there. I'm not an AI. I'm a real person. Okay. And another good question of from Hottest Trends: can I apply in September? So the September intake is our last intake for the year. So this is your last chance to join Melsoft this year. It's the program that's starting on the, let me just open the calendar date again, the 8th of September 2025. That is the last chance to join Melsoft this year. We won't be having any other intake in October or November or December. And the next chance after that will be in the beginning of February. So definitely take this opportunity, because if you start now, by the time we get to January, you would have done September, October, November, December, Jan, you would have had 5 months already of a head start. So definitely now is the best time for you to start um, with the September class. So I hope that answers your question. So I've just got my timer now. I will allocate 10 more questions. I'm so sorry, guys. I always promise that I will always answer every single question. But today we just had too many questions. I just can't answer them all. So what I'll do now is I'm going to be answering questions that are strictly related to Melsoft Academy. No more tech tips. Tech tips. I was giving tech tips throughout the chat. Now I'm just answering questions that are related to Melsoft Academy. Okay. For the next or for the last 10 minutes. Okay, let me go up, 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 up. Okay. Creek is asking, what do you think about Melsoft Academy? I am Melsoft Academy, Creek. I am Melsoft Academy. I literally am. I am the founder. I'm the creator of Melsoft Academy. So I definitely think it's the best school on planet Earth, for sure. The only school that gives you certificates, accredited certificates, international certificates, internship placement, job support, a community where you don't learn on your own, office space where you can come and code with your peers, access to industry events, podcasting opportunities. We've launched a new podcast called Let's Talk Tech with Gen Zs, where our very own students just get to sit down in a podcast. They start shooting, they start talking, and they're getting so much attention on their own profiles. They're getting their friends reaching out to them, they're getting parents, they're getting mentors, a lot. Melsoft is the best place to learn tech on earth. There really is no better platform than Melsoft. And I'm not biased. It's not like I own it or anything like that, but I'm definitely not biased. If you want to check out the reviews, you can check out the reviews, or you can just try it for free for 7 days. You can try Melsoft Academy for free for 7 days. If you don't like it, then it's fine. But I promise you, once you get in, you will not want to leave the amazing, godly Christian community called Melsoft Academy. Okay, guys, I did say I'm only going to answer Melsoft Academy questions. Um, what is the yearly amount for a software developer? For software developer programs, the 1 year program is about, it starts at 3,000 a month for 24 months, and it can go up to 6,000 a month for 1 year, or you can pay once off and get a very good discount. So our programs are highly customizable based on your financial situation, based on how you want to get in and that sort of thing. I'm so sorry that I have to um, ignore some questions, guys. Tiny is asking, what are the requirements? Again, the requirements are for the accredited programs and the boot camps, you need to have at least a grade 12, because you do NQF4, the next logical step is NQF5, right? So you do need a matric certificate. You don't need maths though. You don't need maths. And if you want to start with our more entry level courses, our access courses, there are no requirements. But you also need your own laptop, your own internet, yeah, and that sort of thing. How much? I've just gone through the prices. How much to learn cybersecurity at Melsoft? Same thing, from 3,000 a month to 6,000 a month, depending on how long your payment plan is, and also you get a discount if you pay once off. So drop me a DM, and then we can create a custom payment plan for you. Where can you listen to the podcast? Just go on to the Melsoft Academy account on TikTok. You'll be able to get the link to the YouTube channel where you can start listening to the podcast. Amazing. They've now done 5 episodes. 5 episodes from students by the students, and hopefully you can also be a student at Melsoft and feature on that podcast. When is the new registration? The next registration is currently open, and the class will start on the 8th of September. And then after that, the next chance to join Melsoft will be in February. So definitely take advantage. Now is the best time for you to get in, because after that, the next chance will be in Feb. Yeah. Okay, guys. If that's all, um, do you have part-time courses? You can take our programs part-time, all of them. I would recommend you to do the accredited programs if you're part-time, because the boot camps are too fast. They really are fast. So if you're part-time, definitely you can take the accredited programs on a part-time basis. Why don't we have a branch in Pretoria? We're a startup. We don't have unlimited funds, but honestly, the main reason is our staff, all of our team, and most of our students are in Joburg. So we've just decided to create a campus that's right at the Gautrain. We do have a lot of students learn that come from Pretoria. They use the Gautrain. You drop off at the campus. So yeah, if you're in Pretoria, you can come through on the Gautrain. Why boot camps like saying you can become a data scientist without a foundation in maths and stats? I've never said that. I don't know which boot camps say that, but I've always maintained that if you want to get into data science, you need maths, because data science is maths. Honestly, it's statistics. It's literally statistics and linear regressions and all these things. Don't do data science if you don't have maths. I always say that. So I don't know which other boot camps you've been listening to, Lawrence. Lawrence, the only bootcamp you should be listening to is Melsoft Academy. Don't listen to any other bootcamp. Um, how long would it take if I study part time? It will take you between 12 to 18 months if you study part time. 12 to 18 months. I remember classes are 5 to 6 hours. So, what time do you start? Okay, I must clarify something, Augustine. Um, Melsoft is an online first school. We're online first. Even when you do come to the campus on the campus days on Fridays, there's not much learning that you will do with the class, like a room and a classroom and a lecturer. The in-person on Fridays are for you to come and sit with your mentor one on one. You sit with your mentor and they show you where you have problems, and it's just one on one tutoring with your mentor or with other students. You can sit in a group, you go through a problem and you fix it. It's not a class, because all classes are held online. All classes are held online. And the reason is because of what you're saying now, the way you're saying now that some money will go to Gautrain, right? I completely understand. We have students in Mpumalanga, in Cape Town, in Durban. They all want to learn, but we can't create campuses in every single town yet. That is the plan, that is the goal, that's where we're going, but not yet. So right now what we've done is we've created a great learning system where all you need to do is just go online on the website, you sit with other students and you all learn online. So it's an online first environment. Priscilla is asking, just need to know if I'm not comfortable doing it on my own. Can I come to the campus on weekends? Unfortunately, weekends are weekends. The staff will be resting, so you wouldn't be able to come on weekends. What you can do is organize with your mentor. So depending on which program you take, whether you take cybersecurity or software, you will be assigned a mentor. You'll be assigned someone that is your mentor. They help you on a one-to-one basis. They get to know you personally and they get to help you. So you can try and arrange with them and say, hey, Tinashe or Gladman, can I please come to the campus on Saturday just to sit and learn about this? Okay. I can't guarantee that. What I can guarantee is if you reach out to your mentor Monday to Friday between 9 to maybe 7 o'clock at night, if you're part time, there will be someone that can go on a Zoom call with you and help you with your problem. That's what I can safely guarantee. Then on the Fridays, also I can guarantee that because there's a bunch of students, you're not alone. The mentors are there, the support, and that sort of thing. After hours and on weekends, that depends on your relationship with your mentor. Once you get a mentor, please don't be rude to them. Some students have been rude to mentors, then the mentors don't want to help them. Or the mentors are now like saying, no, I can't come on Saturday. Because remember, the mentors are humans. They're human beings. It's real humans that want to help you. So just be nice to them. Augustine, how can cybersecurity benefit a police officer? It's huge. It's really, really big for a police officer to learn cybersecurity for obvious reasons, right? You now will be able to know um, cybercrime. Clive Trent, just in what program do you offer? Just in what program do you offer? So we do offer software development, cybersecurity, data science, AI, and UI UX design. Those are our 5 programs. Message from LinkedIn from Kanye, from Within Code joining in Melsoft team. Thank you, Kanye. We love Within Code. At Melsoft, we love Within Code. We believe that in South Africa, there are only 2 boot camps, Melsoft Academy and Within Code. That's what we believe. So thank you for the comment, Kanye. Thank you for the comment, Okesia. And guys, that is 1 hour. We have been live for about an hour. Um, I was about to log off. Sylvia is asking, I'm a concerned parent. We are based in East London and he wants to pursue his career on IT. Why are you concerned, ma'am? Why are you concerned? He wants to do something that's really, really great. IT is where it's at. IT is the safest career that you can take in this generation that we're going into. I recommend IT. Okay, so I'm gonna end the live stream on YouTube, and then I'm just gonna hang out a little bit more with my friends on TikTok. So for those that have been watching on YouTube and LinkedIn, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next live stream every single Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We'll be here. Thank you so much.